Hello, welcome back. It's been a while since we've done any sort of updates. End of the year, no more rallies now till March. Couldn't have asked for a better first year really. Really chuffed with our results this year. So straight into the winter rebuild now. We've got plenty of things to do on the car. Everything's stripped off. There's all the front end there. All the axles stripped down. The axle's just gone away for powder coating. It's gone to Martin Jones. That's been re-powder coated, new crown wheel and pinion, and obviously have the diff and all that set up again. And then I'll get that back and rebuild that. We've got all the front end stripped down and cleaned down. I've got a few new parts. I've got some new TCAs, some new compression struts. I've serviced the steering rack. The struts still need to be serviced. I need to put some new bushes and seals in those. All the bearings, hubs, everything's all washed out. Strangely, these inner wheel bearings are good, but the outer wheel bearings, don't know if you can see on there, they're quite scored. That one's the worst, I don't know why. So it needs a couple of wheel bearings for the front. And I'm changing this compression strut setup. The original ones were in situ adjustable. I'm putting these solid ones on where you have to spin the rose joint to adjust them. Just because over time, the loosening and tightening these lock nuts all the time, it twists them and deforms them, and then they play up. And on the last rally, one of those came loose. So I think for gravel, these are going to be better. Plus obviously there's two adjustable points there. There's two places to come loose. There's two weak points there where they could break. So I think they should probably be stronger. So we'll see how we get on with those. The only thing I was a bit worried about is that they're physically a little bit shorter than these. So I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue. Got some Group 4 Fabrications TCAs. They're much better than these original ones. These ones didn't come ready painted, and they're not zinc plated or anything. So all the adjusters go rusty, whereas these are all nice and fresh. And they've got the all heavy duty rose joints. Some new nuts and everything for the steering arms. So yeah, once I get the struts serviced, be good to go back together. The only thing that I need to do is I need to drill these holes out to 1/2 inch, because these Group 4 Fabrications ones use a 1/2 inch bolt instead of a 3/8 I think on those, the smaller ones. So yeah, that's the front end. What's left of the axle then? Brakes are all good, discs and pads will go again, wheel bearings are all good, shafts are perfect. One of the dampers is good. I've noticed that the one that's wrapped up there is leaking on the banjo. So I need to send that back off, get that sorted out, which is annoying because they've only done 2 rallies since they've been serviced, but I guess it's just one of those things. So obviously you can see the seats are out there on the roof. That's because I've took the gearbox out because we're getting a new gearbox. I've ordered I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but it's a 6-speed sequential gearbox. That's all I'm going to say for now. I'm not expecting that until end of January, February time, so I've got a while to wait for that. So seats are out because we're probably going to have to do some fabrication work on the tunnel to fit that. Probably end up moving some wiring around, messing around with stuff, and you can just about see there, I got a bit carried away on the weekend. I took the grinder to it. I've cut the rear arches out. I'm going to put alloy arches on it. I'm going to tub it out and put alloy tarmac arches on it. So it's just a rough cut for now. I've still got to do some final trimming once I've got the arches and the tubs and stuff. Like I need to finish cutting the rest of the inside out and working out exactly where it's gonna be finished off to. But yeah, it's both sides are chopped right out. Still got a bit of the inner there to come out. So surprising actually how clean and tidy it is inside. I was expecting it to be really rusty in between the panels, but it's pretty good actually. Got a fiberglass boot there from Rodri Evans. Needs a little bit of fettling, but it's 10 times better than one that I had previously. When I was first building the car, I put one on. It was horrendous. I couldn't get it to fit, but that one's actually pretty good. Just needs the edges tidying up a bit and straightening, but yeah, that's pretty good. The floors are absolutely disgusting in here from underneath the false panels. The worst thing I ever did when I built this car was glue in that carpet, because it's absolutely ruined the floor now. It's going to need, well, I don't really know how I'm going to clean it, some sort of chemicals and probably wire brush it, and then it'll have to have another coat of paint, and there's a bit of surface rust where it's just, where the carpet's just been sat damp, but nothing major. So yeah, we've got no gearbox. Probably going to have to move all this, redo all this again. That'll be the third time. And the final thing that we're doing is putting throttle bodies on it. So I've got some throttle bodies in that cardboard box down there, and I just need to order the adapter plate from Australia from SQ Engineering to fit that. It's the same setup that I've had on previously. It worked well, but I stupidly sold it thinking that I would never want to put them back on again. So now I've got to rebuy all the parts and do it all over again. But hey, there we go. It gives me something else to do. There's the prop shaft. That's all good. That just needs a good clean and grease her up, and that'll be good to go again. I'll probably have to modify the, well, not probably, I definitely will have to modify the front. I'll have to put a different joint on there. So I'll wait till the new gearbox is in, and then we'll have to offer that up and see what needs doing. Yeah, so that's about it really. Just a really quick run through of what's been going on and what the plans are now over winter. I don't really have time at all to be filming, doing the work like I used to. Work is just so busy at the moment, and family and everything. So when I sort of get an hour or two to come in here on a weekend or an evening, I just have to crack on and get stuff done. So, but yeah, I'll try and do a couple of updates like this as we go. You know, like when the gearbox arrives and when all the suspension's back together, that sort of stuff, when I'm doing the axle. So yeah, hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have the axle back. That'll probably be the next thing that I can get on with, and then once that's done I want to put it on the car and then sort the wheel tubs and arches and stuff on the rear. I want to be able to fit 15-inch wheels on it if I can, so when if I swap from gravel to tarmac, like a 15-inch slick is pretty much the same diameter as a 13-inch gravel tyre, so it won't affect the gearing. Although the gearbox that I'm getting has got drop gears that are changeable. There's a few different options there. So, but yeah, if I can run 15-inch wheels, that's what I'd like to do for tarmac. I've still got a few more videos to come, footage from events this year. I think the Cambrian Rally and Rally Nuts. I haven't put any footage. I've put a bit of onboard footage up, but I haven't had stuff from like Sideways Media or Special Stage or anything yet. So I'll probably get those uploaded in the next few weeks, hopefully. And then I might do a bit of a season review with a bit of footage from all the events in one video or something. I don't know, I'll see what I get up to over Christmas. But yeah, that's it now really. Plans for next year, hopefully we'll have another go at the Welsh Forest Championship. But obviously I need to get all the cars sorted then, so depending how long the gearbox takes to come and all the rest of it, we might end up missing the first 1 or 2 rounds. But fingers crossed that it's all sorted for the first round, which is the Rally North Wales, I think, on last weekend in March, something like that. So if the gearbox comes beginning of February, we should have enough time to get it all sorted. I'm going to have it running on flat shift, and obviously it'll need to be on the rolling road to set up the throttle bodies again and mapped, so we get all the flat shift and everything all working. So it should be a fair thing to drive next year. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll try and keep you updated as we go.